everybody. Today I'm going to be explaining how to complete the lab safety sorting activity and the lab safety homework that is going to be assigned tonight. Before you complete this safety sorting activity, there is a video for you to watch that is posted on Google Classroom. Make sure to watch the video first before completing this assignment. The directions say read through the lab safety guidelines on the next slide. On slide 3, examine the picture of a student and provide a list of unsafe situations that you can see. On the last slide, read each box to determine if the description is a safe or unsafe lab practice. Click and drag each box into the correct column. So I'm going to read slide 2 to you. Science labs are designed for you to experiment and test the topics you are learning in class. Labs are a great privilege and can be an exciting way to learn. Labs can also be dangerous, but by following proper safety procedures and rules and behavior, you can reduce the chance of an accident. Here are some rules to follow to keep you safe. 1. Never work in the lab without an adult present. 2. Follow all directions. 3. Only do the activities you are directed to do by the adult. 4. Never fool around in the lab. Stay at your workstation and raise your hand if you have a question. 5. Wear appropriate clothing. Roll up your sleeves and tie your hair back. 6. Keep your area free of clutter. 7. Learn how to properly use lab equipment. Your conduct and your attitude, or how you behave, is the most important part of lab safety. Safe lab behavior means you never throw or toss objects, touch any equipment you were told not to, never push others or play jokes, and always follow directions you were given from the teacher. Depending on the lab experiment, you may need protective clothing, such as goggles, gloves, or aprons. Always handle hot containers properly and with caution, and be careful when using anything that needs electricity. Pay attention to labels, instructions, and always be aware of your surroundings. Be particularly careful with glassware and other equipment that belongs to your teacher. If an accident does occur, stay calm and alert the teacher immediately. So what you're going to be doing now is examining the picture below, and then you're going to fill in the chart to the right. Okay, so the chart to the right says list unsafe things from the picture. Example, a lab jacket is hanging on the eye wash station. Then you have to describe how to make the situation clear. Keep the eye wash station clear. To zoom in on this picture, because it is a little bit small, you guys can click on the zoom button and zoom in to see it a little bit closer. So you can see that he is doing some unsafe things. You guys are to identify them. There are 5 that you are going to be identifying and describe how to make that situation better. In the boxes, all you do to type, click where it says to add title, it erases, and then you are going to type your responses in there. Make sure it is a complete sentence. If you can't fit it, you can make the text a little bit smaller to decrease the font size to fit it in the small box. When you're done with this slide, move on to slide 4. Let me unzoom. All right, so lab safety drag and drop. So this is a drag and drop where you are going to take these text boxes and drag them into either the safe column or the unsafe column. So they're all kind of bunched up together right here. You can grab the first one if you want to pull it. Make sure it's highlighted and you can move it. Wearing gloves, goggles, and protective aprons if needed. So you would determine whether that would be safe or unsafe. And all you do is drag it and drop it into the correct column. There is enough here that you can fill up this entire table. Make sure you are doing all of them. They're all just kind of on top of each other. So once you click one, you can get to the ones underneath them. When you're done with this assignment, make sure you submit this portion of your lab safety sorting activities on Google Classroom. So now I'm going to take you over to your homework assignment for tonight. It is again on lab safety. This is just like the observation and inference activity where it was color by number. You pretty much are going to be coloring the background of the correct answer for the lab safety question. Read each question and circle the correct answer. We're going to actually use the paint bucket tool to highlight the background of the correct answer. So it says, Number 1, if you get injured in a lab, what should you do first? So the options are tell a teacher, go to the nurse, and finish your experiment. Well, we know that you're injured, so you're not going to be finishing your experiment. I think the best option here would be to tell your teacher first before you go to the nurse. That's stated in the lab safety rules. So what you're going to do is you look at the color that's underneath it. You go to the paint bucket tool, and you find sky blue, and it highlights the correct answer. If you go through the bottom, there are 12 questions that you need to go through. Remember, you are using the color of the correct answer that you are highlighting that box in. So this should look pretty colorful when you are all finished. Once you have gone through all 12 questions, make sure you are submitting this on Google Classroom. If you have any questions, please feel free to send me an email. Have a great day.